Okay, I think we could good to go. So hi guys, this is Chris from dApp, and today we are really happy to have Prashant Maurya. Wait, is that pronounced it right? Not sure about it, but
Yeah,
anyway.
Maurya.
Okay, cool. We are happy to have Prashant from ArgoApp today, and he will sharing the topic about how to ship your dApp to a new web with us. And before he start, please allow me to briefly introduce the background of the workshop. Right now, dApp and Polygon are co-hosting the Polygon-Grants Hackathon, which is the very first global Polygon-centric hackathon. And also it is the first Polygon quadratic funding grant where we will use the Matic token as the main voting and donation currency. We're looking forward to all the amazing new projects building on the Polygon network. So without further ado, let's welcome Prashant to start his workshop. And remember guys, if you have any questions during the session, feel free to ask in the YouTube and Bilibili chat room. Thank you for joining us today. And Prashant, feel free to begin when you're ready.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lee. And it is honor to be here, participating in the first quadratic funding, which Polygon is now going to be supporting. So really amazing to see that. Now coming to the basically Argo app side. What I'll try to walk you guys through what exactly ArgoApp is and how you can use during this hackathon to deploy your dApp into new web. And when we say new web, it is basically a Web3 infrastructure. We just started calling it new web because it is more interesting to tell about. So Lee, let me know if you're able to view my screen. And
yeah, looks good.
Awesome. So here's the basically around the ArgoApp. What exactly ArgoApp is? Just imagine ArgoApp as a decentralized cloud, which provides you a decentralized cloud at one place, which means you can go ahead and pick any of the leading infrastructure cloud provider into the blockchain space. And Argo is one place, one-stop shop for each of them. So currently we have RB Skynet supported, IPFS and others are on the way. Now going to basically talking about our roadmaps, basically. This roadmap is very important for all the upcoming projects who are going to be using us. Is you can see our aim is to provide all the cloud infra at one place, which is ArgoApp. And currently we support RB with Skynet. And going forward, we have all this inline already, which means you should be able to deploy your full stack web application on top of new web by ArgoApp. So that is our high-level roadmap, which you will start seeing coming into the Argo side. Now coming to talk about how easy to use Argo with your current development environment. And at ArgoApp, we envision it in such a way like user coming from Web 2.0 space, user coming from Web 3.0 space are very comfortable in using us. So we started Argo to integrate with our GitHub so that most of the devs who are using GitHub should be able to go and deploy their dApp on the new web. And this is how they will be able to do that. So what you have to do, it is whatever it is written here, it is as easy to do that. Just log in with your GitHub, attach your wallet, invite your team member if you wish to, deploy your web app, and that's it. If you want to apply any kind of continuous deployment features, you can go ahead and use that as well. And one thing you have to keep in mind, we are in a testnet. So I'll walk you through how to claim the testnet tokens in order to start deploying the apps. Now coming to the decentralized hosting. So when we said about we want you to ship your web application to the new web, we also envision new web as a decentralized name servers as well. So Namebase is among them, whom we are supporting now as a name server, which means if you're deploying any application and you want to connect it with the Namebase, you are most welcome to do that. And it is very easy in ArgoApp. You just have to click some buttons and that's it. Your domain will be like pointed to the Namebase directly. Coming to the decentralized storage options, currently we have our Skynet as a decentralized storage options where if it totally depends on you which you want to choose for, but we suggest just play around with them and see how performant they are and how easily they are accessible via ArgoApp protocol. Now coming to the benefits around the ArgoApp. So if you are going with us now, our platform is fully free for you guys. Go ahead and use that as much as you want to. But going forward, basically, there will be a one-time payment, which you will be paying now also. There will be a subscription-based payment, which we haven't mentioned it here. Apart from that, there are no hidden fees. Everything is going to be driven from the on-chain side. So you don't even have to worry about the fees which we are deducting from you, and it is not been shown into your transaction. Apart from that, 100% uptime and censorship resistant, which is one of the unique selling point for all the dApps, basically, who are building themselves on a decentralized ecosystem. Coming to the live demo now, what I'll do is I'll try to walk you guys through a quick live and very fast demo. And I'll try to walk you through how easy to deploy an application on Argo. So basically, as a user, what you have to do is, let me just log out myself. Okay, so once you land into our app, so you have to just, you can app.argoapp.net, or you can also use app.argoapp.live as well. So what you have to do is just go ahead and click and continue with GitHub. The moment, since I have already been authenticated, my session is still here, so I should be able to log in. So once I log into the system, so what you start seeing is very simple UI, which really doesn't take a lot of time to understand, and that is what we wanted to make sure it happens. So first thing which you have to do is go and select. So once you log in, there will be by default an organization created for you. But if you wish to create, you can go and create one more organization for yourself and deploy under that organization. So let me use the same organization which I'm currently using now. After you select the organization or create the organization, what you have to do is just go here, attach your wallet, basically. Once you attach your wallet, what you have to do is go and set allowance. The moment you go to the allowance page, you just have to go to the faucet, claim some Argo tokens, basically a test type tokens directly from here. Click on get token. Since I have already claimed, it won't allow me to claim again. So only one time you can claim the token, that is 80 DAI, which you will be able to claim. Now, once you claim that token, what you have to do, just come back here, connect your wallet again. And if you are not on automatic testnet, it will switch you to automatic testnet. So you don't have to worry about that as well. So let me switch the network and connect to MetaMask. So it is asking me to connect to go here. Yeah, so I believe there is some. Yeah, so if you see here, what I have here is I have my wallet, my wallet is there. It is already connected, which has around this much DAI, which is a test DAI. And then I have allowed 95 DAI as an allowance. So what is difference between balance and the allowance here? So allowance is basically what you are allowing application to use on behalf of you. So in that way, what happens is we'll be able to spend this amount on behalf of you from our side, and all the balance will be deducted from the allowance you are giving to us. And make sure you are giving a proper allowance if you are going to use the application excessively. So let's say if I want to give 1,000 as an allowance, go and approve it. And once you do that, you should be able to see the new allowance coming up here. Okay. So once you are done with that, go back here again. And apart from that, there are like, if you want to invite some of your members whom you want to work with, just go and invite them. In the settings, you have pictures, avatars, or whatever you want to play around with, you can go and do that. Apart from that, the transaction charges and everything will be shown here so that you are comfortable enough in saying something is, okay, let me sign this. If you are comfortable enough to see what are the charges has been directed so far, and all the charges are the on-chain, which means you can go and verify them as well. Now coming back to the main screen, which is the organization. So if you see here, these small Okay, so if you see here, there are a couple of these small cards are here, right? So these cards are nothing but the repositories which you are going to deploy. So for example, if I want to deploy AR link, I like this project. I like its UI, so I always choose this. So if you want to deploy AR link, just go and click on the AR link and deploy it. But if you are someone who is deploying first time, you won't be seeing any cards here. So in that case, what you have to do, just go and click on deploy, connect your GitHub. So it is a GitHub app, which you have to make sure you download and install. Once you do that, you will be able to select the repository which you want to deploy. Click on the repository. And then let's say if I want to deploy on Skynet, click on Skynet. These are the configurations which you have to make sure pass. So let's say if you want to enable the continuous deployment, which means on every commit of your branch, which you are going to set up, you'll be able to deploy your latest transactions on top of these networks. So let me just unclick it. And so what you have to do next is just select your framework. If you might be knowing which framework you are working on. So currently we support React, Vue, and Angular. Actually, we also support Next. We'll be deploying a new version in which the next support will also be start showing here. So let's say this particular application which I'm deploying now is Vue app. Just click on the Vue app. And if you want to pass some workspace to deploy as per your configuration, you can do that. Pass your build commands. If you have some environment variables to pass, you can go ahead and do that as well. So the next thing you have to say is just simply click on deploy. And once you do that, you'll see this screen popping up. And once it starts deploying, what it does is basically it clones your repo, does the installation and everything, and then it deploys on your behalf. And once it happens, the links and everything will start showing up here. So till the time it gets deployed, let me also walk you through some of the cool features which ArgoApp has. So one cool feature is on the domain side. So in the domain, if you see, we support domain, subdomain, HNS, and HNS subdomains as well. So let's say if you have some web application, xyz.com, or name your dApp, go ahead and select on the latest deployment. Latest deployment is basically when you are not in a mood to come online again on the ArgoApp and select your latest transaction hash. In that scenario, you can go ahead and select latest deployed. What it does is whatever the latest deployment happened as a transaction hash here, it will pick up that and it will point to this domain. Okay, so in that way, you don't even have to worry about coming to the application and again and making the manual changes. So it is all automated there. Coming to the subdomains, it's the same way. If you want to attach your subdomains, go ahead and do that. HNS is something which is pretty new from our side as well. So let's say, go ahead and select your, currently HNS is now, thanks to the entire ArgoApp team, we have been working tirelessly hard to make sure HNS is also integrated with Arweave and Sky basically for both of the transactions or the website which you are uploading. If they are deployed in both of the places, you can point them individually. Okay, which means you can point Arweave and attach your HNS domain here and just click add. Once you will add it, you will see this something called verify. So you have to make sure you verify your authenticity before going and doing anything else. Okay. So once you do that, it is very simple. So just go and click, and everything on the click basis. Okay. Apart from that, there is something called redeploy latest, which means if I click on this, what it does, it basically picks up the latest deployment which you have done with the configurations and everything. So if you see here, I have chosen the Vue app, I have chosen the Vue app. These are the commands. Again, the only thing which you have to unmark is the continuous deployment. Just unmark and go ahead and deploy it again. So all the configurations will be there. Again, coming back to here, you can see all your domains, whichever you have attached so far, your branch, basically from where it has been deployed, your latest successful deployment, where exactly it has been deployed, you will see the logo. If this logo is coming up, it is basically Skynet. If Arweave logo is different, so it will be circular with the in between Arweave. That will be one more thing. Okay. Apart from that, on the settings side, we also provide the features where you can go and configure, you can go and check what are the deployment features you have so far used. What are the environment variables? If you want to attach some environment variables, you can go ahead and do that. This is one of the interesting part, something called continuous deployment, which means you can go and set your hook. So what we do here is we create a webhook, which gets attached to your GitHub. And once you make any commit on top of any branch of your selected branch here, and all this configuration, once you pass it and add it, what happens is it basically allows you to deploy your web application at the runtime, which means you don't even have to come to ArgoApp. You just go, make sure your testing and everything, testing domain and everything is properly been applied, and then come here and set up your continuous deployment. And that's it. You never have to come to ArgoApp platform to see what is happening and what is not. You'll automatically start seeing your apps are pointed to the latest build which you have done or deployed so far. Okay, so I recommend every one of you to go and use this feature. It is one of the best and most used feature in Argo side. So let's go back again and let's see what happened with our deployments. Okay, so the deployment is currently, okay, yeah. So deployment is done basically. So if you see, if I click on this link, I should be able to open the AR link. Okay, this is great. Now, there is one more feature which I wanted to show you guys. So if you see, there's a small snapshot of your web application. So this is something which you can always come here and check it out, like your web application has been deployed properly or not. If it is not, then you will see something like this or some weird thing coming up, even though if it shows you're successful. So sometimes what happens due to the certain settings or certain configurations, your web application might not get open. So in that case, you don't even have to go and click the link. You just come here and see if it is showing it here. If it is showing it up here, it means that your web application has been deployed. Okay. So apart from that, we also provide Argo-based domain links on the sites which are getting deployed on top of Arweave. So if you're deploying on Arweave, you'll be getting a default domain from our side where you can go ahead and use that as well. On Skynet, we'll be releasing it. We'll be doing a new release using which you should be also able to use the default subdomain of the ArgoApp Live, which means you don't even have to now worry about your subdomain and routing mechanism and all those things. So everything will be done from here. Okay. So yeah. So these are the couple of things which you can go and look into and play around into the Argo side. So now, for example, I have just did the deployment. If that deployment was successful, it will give you the how much cost it took to deploy. So for example, it was 0.980 DAI, which is quite cheap, and it took around 225 milliseconds, seconds basically, to deploy your site. So you can go and check out all your fees here when it has been deployed and when not. So this is a very good part from Argo side. One more thing I want to emphasize on here is the wallet which I have attached here, right? This wallet is an organization level wallet, which means you can come and attach your wallet here and invite your members, and your members will be able to access this wallet, but they won't have access of your private keys or anything, which means you can on the fly, you can collaborate with your team members on the fly. You can collaborate with anyone without sharing your private keys to anyone. And you can also onboard third-party members if you're working with, and do a lot of basically things with that. It really allows you to onboard the third-party people and start working on and start looking on your DevOps part basically. So it is one of the interesting features which we have developed so far. And I would recommend everyone to start inviting your team members and check if your team member is able to access your allowances without attaching his own wallet. Okay, so this is one thing I would again emphasize to go ahead and use that. I believe, yeah, that is it for the demo and the walkthrough. So in the walkthrough, just to complete what I tried to accomplish here is I try to walk you through organization, what is wallet, how you can onboard third-party members, how you can go into the settings, and how you have to go and deploy application, continuous deployment features, and passing your environment variables, setting up your HNS, and all those things. Okay, so I believe that's it for today's workshop around the Argo. If you have any questions now, you can go ahead and type the questions on YouTube chat channel, or as Lee has suggested, I'll be here to answer your queries now. Yeah, hi Lee. So I believe I have covered most of the things around the ArgoApp deployment side.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also trying to check in the YouTube and Bilibili to see if audience are pumping up some questions. So let me check first. I don't see many questions coming off. I believe probably you just make it too clear.
Yeah, so I always do that. Mostly I go and try to explain each and every aspect so that it becomes very easy for people to understand. And I'd recommend everyone to go ahead and deploy Argo. There are a lot of things which you'll be getting as well. So I also wanted to take this platform to announce some more thing around the Argo, which we are planning to run. So if you're deploying on Argo, you'll be able to claim your subdomain, HNS-based subdomain, which attach to the Argo. So for example, if you're deploying, say, let's say you are building some NFT platform or anything during the hackathon and you're deploying your NFT, so you will be able to claim your project name .argoapp.live.hns as your domain itself, which means we don't control that. You hold that domain and you can play around with that subdomain always.
Nice.
So let me just close these things. Yeah. If I have nothing to cover, if people don't have questions, I'm seeing actually there are people landing into our Discord channel to look into Argo side.
Yeah. Do you want to provide your Discord channel?
Yeah. So just hop into our Twitter, ArgoApp Live, and if I can share it here as well, like on the chat.
Great.
Oh, okay, let me do that. So what they have to do is go to, I'll try to share all these social links. I basically will also try to share, if you don't mind just dropping all the links of the Argo side onto YouTube, that would be great help so that people just don't go here and there. Instead, they can directly get those links from here. Okay, so let me link. So here is our Discord link, and
yeah, where is it? I could see it.
Okay, and then here is our Twitter link, which people can use that. Apart from that, if they are willing to email us and not to jump into Discord, they are we are always here to help them out. So they can use this email ID, info@argoapp.live, for sending out any of their queries to us directly, and we'll be jumping it on and resolving it as soon as possible.
Great, got it. Yeah, I think so far everything is pretty clear, and because I don't see too much questions pop up, so I guess that will be it for today. Anyway, thank you for this amazing workshop. I believe it has been super helpful for all the audience and the developers who want to build their dApp on the Polygon network. Also, definitely, guys, remember to check out their ArgoApp's Discord and Twitter. And if you have any questions, just feel free to send the email or directly contact them through their social media. And in the following days, we have few workshops as well. Tomorrow, DARHacks will host 2 workshops. One is from Kiana Linder, who is the CEO of Stardust, talking about blockchain gaming and play to earn and his own business Stardust. And another workshop will be hosted by the Helpern Alan, who is the developer experience of the Alchemy, talking about deploying a smart contract on the Polygon. And if you don't want to miss them, please make sure that you follow our YouTube channel and WEBby channel. And also, Prashant, feel free to come back and join us to hang out if you have free time. And yeah, I guess that will be it for today. And I hope you all do great in Polygon-Grants Hackathon and build the best future projects in the future in the industries. And good luck and happy. Good luck and have a great day, Prashant and everyone else. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.